Hi DIYers, Sterling with Alarm Grade here. Today we're going to show you how to program a 2 gig Key 2-345 4-button key fob remote. This is a really handy unit to use with your 2 gig Go control, and it allows you to one-touch arm, away or stay, and disarm your panel. You even can activate a 4th button for a panic, audible or silent, so that you could trigger a panic alarm if you're up in the bedroom and you heard something suspicious in the middle of the night, or for any reason if you wanted to activate a panic to go to the central station. So this comes in most wireless 2 gig security system kits that you're going to purchase, and we're going to show you how you can program your Key 2 to your 2 gig Go control. First thing we do to program is to always enter installer mode programming. That was our hotkey to get into programming by hitting the Go control icon. 1561 is our default installer code. And if we do system configuration, we jump to question number 1. Now, unlike a regular wireless device, which would program from slot 01 to 48 on Q1, the key fob program is just a bit different. So we hit skip until we get to Q3, which is select fob number. You can have 8 fobs per system. You also could have done the go to command and then 03 to jump over to question 3, but I wanted to show you the skip option there. So key fob 1, that just means this is our first key fob. We're going to hit the down arrow. That's yes, we want that. We're going to enable it by hitting the right arrow followed by the down arrow, and now the equipment code. Just like any wireless 2 gig device, we want to tell the system the model number of what it is, and we are using the Key 2-345 4-button. So that's our first option when we hit the right arrow. And when we hit the down arrow, it's asking for the serial number. We can type it in, it's on the back, 0666816, or even better, if we hit shift followed by learn, someone just activated another sensor in the house, so we're not going to accept that transmission. We're going to press and hold the panic button. Now you can see it's switched over from the initial transmission received, which was a different sensor in the house, to the particular serial number for this device. So we hit OK. We hit the down arrow to lock it in. We tell it it's a brand new device. So this question is emergency key. Unlike on a Honeywell device where this button is the panic, on a 2 gig key fob, the top 2, arm away and disarm together, would be our emergency function. So this question is enabling that feature. You can choose auxiliary alarm, which is a slight different alarm tone than a normal audible alarm. You could even do silent panic or fire panic. Silent is only recommended if you're going to have this in a nightstand or in an area where it will never be pressed by accident. I like to suggest doing audible alarm, so if you did accidentally press and hold these buttons in your pocket or purse, at least you know about it at the panel and potentially stop the dispatch of the police to your property. So we're going to lock in that audible alarm setting. This question is an important one. Basically, there is a security risk by allowing someone to press a button to disarm your system. If you were to lose this key fob or got in the wrong hands, now someone can disarm your security system without a valid 4-digit code. So obviously this goes on your keychain, and if you were to lose your keys, you could certainly delete the key fob out of programming, and now you won't have to worry that's someone unauthorized being able to disarm your system. But if for whatever reason you wanted to restrict the ability to disarm from a key fob and only allow the arming and the panic functions, you could disable this disarm button. In our case, we're going to be careful about our fob. We're not going to lose it. If we do lose it, we're going to immediately delete it from programming, and therefore we're going to allow key number 2, which is the unlock button, to disarm our system. So we hit the down arrow. We give it a description of key fob 1. In this case, it's the only key fob we have, and there's only one user that's going to use the system, so there's really no other descriptor that we need. We're going to leave it as key fob 1. This question is allowing us to arm the system from the fob with no delay. So if we're outside the house and we arm the system to away mode, and therefore we don't want there to be an exit delay, you could enable the option so that it would arm with no delay. In our case, we like to arm it on the way out just without going to the keypad, so therefore we still need an exit delay, and we're going to leave this question disabled. So this question here is the key 4 output button. So this is not the panic button. We talked earlier how this is the panic. This would be if we had something wired to our open collector terminal inside the panel. We could activate this button to activate that open collector, so whatever is wired to that open collector would activate. In our case, we don't have anything connected there, so we're just going to advance past this option. Here's our summary screen. We are enabled for our key 2. We have our serial number, it's a new device. We have our emergency key active as an audible alarm. We are allowing our key fob to disarm the system. We're calling it a key fob 1. We have disabled the arm with no delay because we want a delay in case we arm it from inside the house. And finally, we've disabled our key 4 output because we don't have anything connected to our open collector. If we hit skip, end, and exit, the panel's going to reboot. And after a few seconds, we're going to hear it say system disarmed and ready. And then this button will light up, and a few short seconds later, we'll have our screen, and we can test out some arming, disarming on our key fob to make sure we programmed it in properly. So we just heard our audible noise, and here it goes. So, system ready, not armed. If we press the picture of the guy leaving the property, that would be away mode. You can see pressing the button lit up the light, and now we have our countdown. The system is arming. We would have the option to open and close an entry-exit door, and as long as we're outside of the house with all doors and windows closed, by the time it's armed, we're good to go. If we want to stop that, we can press and hold the disarm button. The light lights up, the system disarms. The picture of the guy in the house is an arm stay function. You can hear it say arming stay. That's going to turn off our motion detectors so that as we walk throughout the house, we're not going to trigger false alarms. Again, we can disarm. Now that we know we're working for our arm away, our disarm, and our arm stay, the last thing we're going to do is activate our panic by pressing the top 2. I'm going to disarm it immediately. We just want to hear the siren and make sure that we've activated our emergency panic function properly. So here we go. Press and hold.
Alarm, key fob 1.
I wanted to show you there, I pressed the disarm and you saw that screen. It said, when a key fob panic alarm has been activated, you cannot use that same key fob to disarm. That way, in case you pressed it, and because a criminal or an intruder is in your house, he would not be able to just grab this out of your hand and press the disarm button. It would actually require someone to have a valid code and disarm it at the panel, because this message here, you can see alarm report transmitted, cancel being sent. When you disarm shortly after an alarm, it would actually cancel the alarm message to go to the central station. So that would be a way that an intruder could defeat your transmission of the panic button. So I wanted to highlight that by trying the disarm here and then showing you that you actually have to disarm it by disarming it at the panel. So we can see our 24-hour audible alarm worked, our siren was triggered, that was activated by the key fob, our programming was good. So we can clear this alarm, we're acknowledging to the system that we get what happened and we don't need to see that message. So that is our 2 gig key 2-345 programming sequence. And we hope you've enjoyed that. We invite you to subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions on programming your 4-button key fob to your 2 gig Go control panel, please email us support@alarmgrid.com.